Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am frankly FM84 and today you are joining us for another episode of An Englishman Abroad, where we are currently out in Indonesia managing Sulut United. So in the last episode we played the Cup Semi-Finals. In today's episode it's all about the Cup Final. So as you can see, since the semi-final, looking at the schedule, we've had a little bit of shaky form where we had a 0-0 draw, a 1-0 loss and then a 2-1 win followed by a 5-2 win against Persela. And that brings us confidently into today's cup final, first and second legs. We're going to skip the Pasita game and just concentrate on these two cup final legs. Before we get into any of today's match footage, please don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button to help the channel out. Any comments you have, leave them down below. But if we've done all of that, we are just going to jump straight on into the match footage and go with the first lineup for the first leg. Okay then, the first leg of the Indonesian Cup Final is the home leg, and the team that we are going to be putting out is Francisco in goal, Adichie, Ardiancia, Saputra and Bakhtiar at right back. We've got Prasetyo, Keiki and Mateus Firmino at right wing. And then we've got Wadi, who has recovered from a slight knock to take his place in the attacking midfield slot, with Ferdus and Mersalim up front. They have formed a partnership in the last couple of games, with us having a slight knock to Maya, who only makes the bench for this first leg. So let's see what happens in the first leg of this Indonesian Cup Final. So we are off and running in the first leg of this Indonesian Cup Final, and it's a slow start from both teams with nothing really happening in the first 10 minutes. But we do have a highlight here for ourselves as Keiki receives the ball in the middle of the park, runs out to the wing and feeds Firmino, who cuts it back to Mersalim. There's a cross. Firdaus had the first shot. Wadi puts the ball in the back of the net, but it looks like he wandered into an offside position just as he was taking the shot, and disappointingly that is not going to count. So a bright start from us with that disallowed goal. But other than that, not really too much in the way of highlights in the first half an hour. But the second one is also going to go to us, it looks like. Ardancia picks the ball up and feeds it into the box. And there's Mateus Firmino after the flick on from Firdaus. And what a finish that is. Brilliantly cutting across the ball. Hits it hard and low. Gives the goalkeeper no chance. Ardancia plays it forwards. There's the nice little knock on. And he stabs the ball home to give us a 1-0 lead after 32 minutes, and that is the perfect start that we were looking for. Poor Persija haven't really even got into the game so far. They are struggling in the way of getting out of their own half, it seems. Only one shot, none on target, whereas we come into the break with a 1-0 lead, absolutely dominating the game. So we're not going to change anything at half time, just going to push on through and see where the game goes. Hopefully all the players are okay. Nobody really carrying knocks. Mersalim I might replace with Maya later on in the game, just to save him for the second leg. But we've got a highlight that's building here with Bakhtiar to Keiki. Plays it to Wadi, who cuts it to Adichie. Wadi gets the ball. These two central midfielders have really been instrumental in our season. And Mersalim gets clattered from behind, goes down. Firmino has got the chance to make it 2-0 and coolly slots the penalty away. His second goal of the game, our second goal of the game. And we are 2-0 up in the first leg of this cup final. And that's a brilliant finish and a nice confident stroke left-footed penalty to double the lead. So on the hour mark, again, Persija are struggling really to get out their own half, but they have got an attack coming here. Deal with the first cross well, and then a shot from outside the box from Harry Januar. What a finish that is. It gives Francisco no chance. Smashes it right-footed into the far corner, and all of a sudden, just after saying how bad Persija have been in the game, they are now back in it really with a goal out of nothing. And they've got another chance here as they cross the ball in, and we've given a penalty away, and all of a sudden we were dominating the game 2-0 up and cruising, and we've given them a chance to get back into the game, and they've missed the penalty. A penalty that goes straight down the middle. Francisco guessed it, stands still, hits him, and then he collects the rebounded ball, and we have got out of jail really there, and we now have a chance. Oh, Firdaus really had a chance there to put the game to bed. We're going to take Firmino off because he was struggling. And I'm actually going to take off Mercelim, I think, because he looks like he's struggling, and give Maya a chance. But a game that's been really topsy-turvy, where we've been on top for massive periods of the game, and then almost threw it away. And really, we could have ended up there 3-1 up. As Keiki gets the ball, some nice build-up play again. Procetio crosses it in. There's Vardy with a header. Sadly, it goes wide. Not a very accurate header. And we are now looking just to see the last couple of minutes of this game out, as we are going to be getting a first leg lead to take away with us in the second leg. And that's as good as we could have got, really. Apart from giving away the silly penalty, we restricted them to one dangerous chance. We played really well, and we're going to push on into the second leg. Okay, this is it, the second leg of the Indonesian Cup Final. We are travelling to Persija with the following team. We've got Francisco in goal, Wibara at left back, Ardiantia, Saputra and Bakhtiar complete the defence. We've got Aditya wide left, Keiki, Matthias Firmino in the midfield. And Wadi is going to be playing behind Mersalim and Maya. And hopefully we're going to get the job done here and lift another trophy in this series with the Indonesian Cup. Okay, so we're off and running in this Indonesian Cup Final second leg. And we are going to start with a throw-in. But that is cut out and turned straight into a Persija counter-attack. Fernando is in, and Francisco has to produce a brilliant save at the near post to keep the scores at 0-0 early on. And we could see a very different Persija from the one in the first leg, because in the first half they didn't even have a shot on target. Straight away at home they are more aggressive, and they actually have the away goal, which I completely forgot to mention in the first game. I don't know whether that counts in this cup final, but if it does, we really need to stop things like this happening, because a one-goal lead or one-goal win would actually win them the cup on away goals, I think. So all we need to do is score, and that cancels that out. And Mersalim now has a chance as he breaks forwards, beats two players, gets into the box. Bit of a weak effort in terms of the cross, and then he only finds a red shirt with the second attempt. And now the red shirts look to break clear, but it comes to nothing. And we are now at the half an hour mark with only one shot on target for ourselves, and we are the ones struggling in this leg. However, an erroneous throw-in was the word I was looking for. Goes straight to Wadi, and Wadi has a shot on target, but couldn't make anything better of it. It was a big chance, really, because he was unchallenged as he entered the penalty area. But it doesn't really matter. It goes into the half-time break, and we are at 0-0. Going to push on forwards. There's an attendance here of 29,000 today. Persija must be a big, big team to have that amount of fans. We have only took 312 travelling fans with us, but that is some impressive attendance. Gate receipts from this game must be impressive for an Indonesian football match. As we've got Matthias Firmino here with the cross, comes to nothing, and Persija are looking dangerous on the counter-attack, and here's the ball over the top that we all hate, and Setuan has scored, and that suddenly I think edges them ahead on away goals, which is a little bit frustrating because of the way we gave the goal away in the first game, and we really haven't got anything going here. So we're going to crank it up to attacking to try and get something going, and let's see what we can do from the bench. We're going to bring Siswanto on for Keiki, who hasn't really performed in the game so far. And in terms of attacking options, we've got Firdaus, who probably could come on a bit later. But at the moment, I'm just going to make that one change as the rain starts pouring down here in the game. We are building an attack, it seems. Wadi, ball comes out here. So we get a corner. If we could get an instant response. Seems the corner wasn't going to come to anything anyway, because there's no highlight whatsoever. And we're down into the final 17 minutes of the game, and we are looking a little bit clueless. But Wibara plays the ball over the top, and I thought we were going to replicate the goal that was just scored against us, but instead there's a counter-attack coming, and Persija are now moving forwards. Somebody needs to make a tackle here, put a foot in, and instead we have conceded, and Setuan Looks to have burst our bubble as he gives them an outright lead of 3-2. But a goal here would cancel out the away goals, and the cross was swung in. Disappointingly, it's headed over the bar, and we have had big chances in this game. We just are not taking them. And we're going to have another one here. Firmino swings it in. Muslims hit the post, and he's offside anyway. And it's Persiger with the next highlight. And if they score here, it's all over. Somebody's got to try and get the ball, put a foot in. Balls over the top are still causing so many problems. But it's a ball over the top for us that has set Muslim away. And he hits it straight at the goalkeeper. He hits it so early. He had all that green grass to run into. Firmino with the corner gets headed away. Adicha's going to pick it up. He needs to pop it straight back into the box. Can't do that. Going to have a throw in. This is going to be a dramatic end to the game as we push forwards to try and get a goal that would give us an equaliser in the tie. It doesn't look like it's going to be forthcoming here. Again, we've dominated everything stat-wise. Look at the XG of 2.09 and we can't get a goal. Bakhtiar now is brought down as a red card right at the end of the game. With seconds left. We're going to have a chance to lump it into the box. Firmino swings it in and there's an offside from the free kick that is going to end our hopes. And unfortunately in this series, we're going to watch another team lift another trophy. As disappointingly we collapse in the away leg. And that is not what we wanted to see in a cup final. I'm going to wait for Persiger to lift the trophy. The goalkeeper, who's the club captain, does that. And that's enough of that. We're going to skip on away from there. And you can see them in the background walking around with the trophy. So disappointing end to the episode. Not what we wanted at all. It's again another building block as we get to a final. Hopefully next season we'll come back to the final and go one better. So we fall back to the league, which is going to be the last episode of this season. I think we have 2 games left and we are looking likely to win the league, which means that we will be qualifying for the Champions League again next season, which is going to be the big aim. But for this episode, we're going to leave it there. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button to help the channel out. But for this one, that's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching.